Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling steady on your feet, clear in your head, and confident in your body. Not because of some complicated program, but because of one simple habit you did for just 5 minutes. I'm not exaggerating when I say this small daily practice can help you stay balanced even at 100, and most people completely overlook it. After 50, the body changes in quiet but important ways. Balance starts to decline, reaction time slows, joints feel less forgiving, and muscles that once worked automatically begin to weaken if we don't remind them to stay active. This affects both men and women. You may notice stiffness in the morning, hesitation when standing up quickly, or a subtle fear of falling that wasn't there before. These aren't signs of weakness, they're They're signals from your nervous system asking for regular, gentle training. Here's what matters. Balance is not just about the legs, it's about the connection between your brain, your inner ear, your eyes, and your muscles. When you challenge that connection for a few minutes each day, the body responds at any age. Simply standing tall, focusing your eyes forward, and slowly shifting weight or lifting one foot while staying relaxed, wakes up stabilizing muscles and sharpens brain signals. Do it at the same time every day. Morning is ideal, when the nervous system is most responsive, and keep your breathing calm and steady. Lifestyle plays a big role here. Poor sleep, long hours of sitting, and constant stress quietly rob the body of coordination. Short daily movement break, sunlight in the morning, and consistent sleep times protect balance more than people realize. Nutrition matters too. Adequate protein helps maintain muscle strength, while minerals like magnesium and potassium support nerve communication. Hydration is often underestimated. Even mild dehydration can increase dizziness and instability. Light daily movement is far more powerful than intense workouts done occasionally. Walking, gentle strength work, and simple balance practice keep joints lubricated and confidence high. And don't ignore mental well-being. Fear of falling actually increases the risk of falling. When you practice calmly, without rushing, you teach the brain that the body is capable and safe. One of the most important benefits of this kind of practice is improved reaction time. When balance is challenged gently, the brain learns to respond faster to small disturbances. This means catching yourself sooner if you stumble, or adjusting more smoothly when the ground is uneven. These quick corrections often prevent falls before they ever become noticeable events. 5 minutes may sound too simple to matter, but from a neurological standpoint, it's ideal. The brain becomes fatigued when overstimulated, especially with age. Brief practice keeps attention sharp without creating stress. Calm focus allows the nervous system to adapt instead of going into protective tension. This is why slow, controlled movements are so powerful. They give the brain time to process information accurately. Another key element is consistency. When balance practice becomes a daily habit, the brain begins to expect it. Neural pathways strengthen because they are used regularly. This leads to better posture, smoother walking, and a greater sense of stability throughout the day, not just during practice itself. People often notice they stand taller, move with more confidence, and feel less cautious in everyday situations. This brain-body training also supports mental clarity. Balance requires concentration, but not strain. That focused attention acts like a gentle workout for the mind. It improves awareness and reduces mental fog, especially when combined with steady breathing. Stress interferes with coordination, while calm attention improves it. 5 minutes of focused movement can reset both physical and mental tension. As the connection between brain and body strengthens, movements become more efficient. Muscles stop overworking, joints feel more supported, and energy is conserved. This efficiency is what allows people to remain active and independent later in life. The body doesn't need to be strong in an extreme way. It needs to be responsive, coordinated, and confident, all of which come from maintaining that vital conversation between the brain and the body through simple daily practice. Falls are one of the biggest threats to independence as people grow older, and they affect both men and women more often than most realize. What's important to understand is that falls are rarely caused by one single weakness. They usually happen because balance, coordination, and confidence have been slowly declining over time. The good news is that these factors can be improved, and simple balance practice is one of the most effective ways to reduce risk. When balance is trained regularly, the body learns how to react before a fall happens. Small slips, uneven ground, or sudden turns are handled automatically because the nervous system has practiced responding to instability. Without this training, the body hesitates. That hesitation, even for a split second, can be enough to lead to a fall. Daily balance practice sharpens these automatic responses so corrections happen quickly and smoothly. Men and women face slightly different challenges as they age, but balance training benefits both equally. Women often experience changes in bone density and joint stability, making confident movement especially important. Men may notice reduced flexibility and slower reaction times, which can affect coordination. In both cases, balance practice strengthens stabilizing muscles and improves communication between the brain and the body, helping movements feel more controlled and predictable. Another critical factor is posture. Poor posture shifts the body's center of gravity, making balance harder without people realizing why. Balance exercises naturally encourage upright posture and proper alignment. When the head, shoulders, and hips are better aligned, the body requires less effort to stay steady. This reduces fatigue and lowers the chance of missteps during everyday activities like walking, reaching, or turning. Fear also plays a powerful role in fall risk. After one near fall, many people begin to move more cautiously. While this feels protective, it often leads to stiffness and hesitation. Muscles stay tense, movements become less fluid, and balance actually worsens. Gentle daily practice rebuilds trust in the body. As confidence improves, movements become smoother, and the risk of falling decreases naturally. Balance training also improves awareness of the environment. People become better at noticing changes in surface texture, lighting, and obstacles. This heightened awareness allows for small adjustments before a problem develops. It's not about being overly cautious, but about being prepared and responsive. Perhaps most importantly, reducing fall risk supports independence. Being able to move confidently allows people to stay active, social, and engaged in daily life. Balance practice doesn't require special equipment or intense effort. It simply asks the body to stay involved in the process of stabilizing itself. When practiced consistently, it strengthens coordination, confidence, and control, creating a protective effect that supports safety and mobility well into later years. Intensity is often overrated when it comes to long-term health, especially after 50. Many people believe they need to push harder or do more to see results, but the body at this stage responds better to consistency, timing, and calm control. Balance is a perfect example of this. The nervous system doesn't improve through force, it improves through repetition and clarity. Timing matters more than most people think. Practicing balance at the same time each day trains the brain to be alert and receptive. Mornings are especially effective because the nervous system is fresh and less distracted. Gentle movement early in the day also sets posture and coordination for everything that follows. That doesn't mean other times don't work, but consistency trains the brain to expect the stimulus and respond more efficiently. Calm breathing is another overlooked factor. When breathing is shallow or rushed, the body stays in a mild stress state. Stress interferes with coordination and slows reaction time. During balance practice, slow and steady breathing tells the nervous system that it's safe to learn. Muscles release unnecessary tension, joints move more freely, and the brain processes position changes more accurately. This calm state allows balance improvements to happen faster and more reliably. Consistency builds confidence. When the body is challenged gently every day, even for 5 minutes, it adapts without resistance. Long gaps between sessions force the brain to relearn the same patterns over and over. Daily practice keeps neural pathways active and strengthens them gradually. This is why small efforts done regularly outperform intense efforts done occasionally, especially for skills like balance and coordination. Intensity often triggers compensation. When movements are rushed or forced, larger muscles take over, while smaller stabilizing muscles get ignored. Balance requires precision, not power. Slow, controlled movements ensure the right muscles are doing the work and the brain stays fully engaged. This leads to better results with less strain on joints and less risk of injury. Routine also plays a psychological role. Knowing that balance practice is short and manageable removes mental resistance. People are more likely to stick with a habit that feels achievable. Over time, that habit becomes part of daily life, not a task to avoid. The body responds to this regular input by staying alert, responsive, and coordinated throughout the day. The nervous system thrives on predictability paired with gentle challenge. When timing is consistent, breathing is calm, and effort stays controlled, balance training becomes sustainable for years, not weeks. This approach respects the body's natural learning process and supports steady improvement without exhaustion, frustration, or fear. Stability is not just a physical skill. It begins in the mind, and this is something many people underestimate as they age. Confidence, focus, and mental calm have a direct impact on how steady the body feels. After 50, daily worries, fear of falling, and constant mental noise can quietly interfere with coordination. When the mind is distracted or tense, the body follows. Confidence plays a major role in balance. When a person doubts their ability to move safely, muscles tighten unnecessarily. This stiffness limits natural adjustments and actually makes balance worse. The body becomes rigid instead of responsive. Simple daily balance practice helps rebuild trust. Each calm, successful moment teaches the brain that the body is capable. Over time, this confidence carries into daily life, making movements feel smoother and less forced. Focus is equally important. Balance requires attention, but not strain. When attention is scattered, the brain misses important signals from the body. Practicing balance encourages present moment awareness, feeling the feet on the ground, noticing posture, and sensing small shifts in weight, all sharpen focus. This type of attention improves coordination and reaction time because the brain is fully engaged with what the body is doing right now. Mental calm is the foundation that allows confidence and focus to grow. Stress hormones interfere with balance by slowing communication between the brain and muscles. Anxiety increases muscle tension and reduces flexibility. Calm breathing and relaxed awareness during movement send a powerful signal of safety to the nervous system. When the brain feels safe, it learns more efficiently. Movements become smoother, and corrections happen automatically instead of feeling rushed. This mental aspect of balance becomes increasingly important with age. Physical strength alone cannot compensate for fear or distraction. A calm, focused mind allows the body to use the strength it already has. People who practice balance mindfully often notice improvements beyond physical stability. They feel more grounded, more aware, and more in control of their movements throughout the day. Mental well-being also affects consistency. When practice feels peaceful instead of stressful, people are more likely to continue. Balance training becomes a moment of self-care rather than a chore. This positive association strengthens the habit and reinforces long-term benefits. The body responds best when it feels supported, not pressured. There is also a protective effect. A calm mind responds faster in unexpected situations. Instead of freezing or panicking, the body adjusts naturally. This quick, composed response can prevent falls and injuries. Confidence reduces hesitation. Focus improves awareness, and calm allows the nervous system to react smoothly. Lifelong stability depends on maintaining this connection between mental state and physical control. Balance is not just something you do with your legs, it's something you cultivate with your attention, your breathing, and your mindset. When confidence, focus, and calm are practiced daily, they support steady movement, resilience, and independence at every stage of life. And this is where everything comes together. Staying balanced into your later years is not about luck, genetics, or pushing your body harder than it wants to go. It's about showing up calmly, consistently, and confidently for a few minutes each day. When you train your balance, you're really training your nervous system to protect you, guide you, and keep you steady through life's changes. This simple daily practice becomes a quiet promise to your future self, a promise of independence, confidence, and control. Start today, stay patient, and let your body remember what it already knows how to do.